Hello, welcome to the Anime Zone for life. I am Eli, and I wanted to talk about anime with you guys. This is the channel that I'm going to be talking more about anime, and I'm going to be really excited for it. I'm super pumped. But today I want to talk about the movie Sword Art Online Oracle Scale. And because of that, I saw it yesterday. So on the 9th. I saw it on the 9th in Ogden, Utah at the Cinemark or Cinemax, whatever they want to call it. I got to see it yesterday, and it was one of my favorite anime movies of all time. A lot of people diss on the show, saying, oh, it's not great, it's subpar, the character development's bad, the romance is really not that strong, and the story all around is just like a copy of Dot Hack or something. No, you got to give the movie the shot. You got to. You have to. If you've seen the first two seasons, you've given the show the first two seasons, you have to see the movie. You have to, no matter what. Because honestly, this movie does justify itself to bring in more content for the show. It really does help with everything that's going to happen. And they did announce, after the movie was made, they did announce that there's going to be a next season. And with it, it's going to be crazy because it's been said that they're going to be going into a new world. And man, I can't believe it. It's going to be a whole new VR world. Because in the movie, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of it. So the movie, it's based in the year 2026, 4 years after the start of the events, and 2 years after the end of the events of the first season of SAO. So this company created a new virtual thing, but it's not virtual reality. It's you're actually awake and you're walking around. They call it AR or Argon. Can't remember the full name of it. But with it, you can play a fantasy game in real life. They'll cut sections off of the town, and you'll do boss battles and all that, and you'll rank up due to how much you participate in the battle. And throughout it, everyone from the original gang, Klein, Kirito, Asuna, Silica, everyone else, they're all hanging out and doing the stuff. But things turn for the worse, and it's more than just a game at that point. So you have to watch it. It's so good. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you will not regret watching it. For me, I was super super and I was, oh my gosh, so pumped. Because I heard about the movie and I didn't know if it was going to be good or not, but I was pumped when I got tickets for it because a friend got the tickets for me. And I was just so excited. Oh, man, you will not regret it. I give it honestly a 9 out of 10. I will never give anything a 10 because if I give it a 10, that means it's perfect, like perfection. There are some things in there I thought were a little strained. I thought some of the character development was a little strained, like the romance between Kirito and Asuna. I wish it was more developed, but it was still good enough where you got what they wanted through their story, and it was amazing. But for me personally, I wish it was more. And with the characters in there, I wish they used more of special characters, like some of the main characters that you see from seasons past that had a whole arc where they were in it. They barely were mentioned in the film, and really they focused on characters that really only got one episode in there. So in some seasons, and it was really, you're gonna give the characters that had one episode more screen time than the one that had half 2/3 of an arc or a full arc almost of her or him. Yeah, it didn't make sense, but really I give it a 9 out of 10. I honestly loved it. It was great story, great character development, great design of plot. I thought the plot was super interesting. And if this idea of these ARs, it's basically like an earpiece Bluetooth thing that wraps around your face, comes near your eye, and it makes it like a screen in front of you. And you can change into your character and everything. It looks so cool. earlier I mentioned the show, the season that they announced. They the world that's going to be made, it's called, I think, Risk or Rogue. One, I think it's one, or Wrath. It's called Wrath. And with it, it's, I don't know anything about it. They mentioned it in the movie, but it was very brief. It was so brief. And at the end, when they announced it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." But you have to like watch it to understand, because there is a major twist there that you'll be surprised. Because when I watched it, I was dumbfoundedly shocked to the point where I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that really just happened." Season 3 is going to be amazing. It's going to be so good. And with that, I wanted to like talk about other animes that made me think that, because I sat down after I saw the movie and like the next day, and I thought to myself, like, what animes I've seen in my life that were as good as that movie, because that movie like really helped tie the series together. Because you watch season 1 of Sword Art and it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna get into the main plot of it, we're gonna tell you what the whole show is about, end it 15 episodes in, and then honestly go to a different arc. And that's great and all, but then with season 2, it kind of confused me. Like, the first arc was important, and I was like, okay, Gun Gale Online, you have to understand what's happening after a year after. But then part 2 of the whole season, that 24 episode season, had no point to it. They wanted just to have some screen time and filler time. I was really disappointed, but the movie justified itself, and I was happy enough that I'm going to be seeing season 3. They haven't announced like a release date for season 3 yet. I haven't found anything, but with it, it's going to be pretty epic. It's going to be tying in with the movie. That's what I like the most about this stuff, is like movies are being tied into their anime series, not like Naruto when they originally started making movies for it. The original Naruto series, none of the movies tied in. They were all filler. I think there's been one canon film, and it was Naruto the Last movie. And that was canon due to the fact that you find out how Naruto and Hinata like get closer, and they actually, like, Naruto expresses his love to Hinata. That's really it for that. But oh no, 9 out of 10 for Sword Art Online Oracle Scale. But really, I wanted to talk about that because I was super excited to see it, and I wanted to express how much I appreciate the anime community, because without the anime community, I probably would never seen the movie. Because growing up, for me, I'm living in a small town of let's think. I think my town, the valley I live in has 100,000 people, but the town I live in has 9,000 people in it. So it's pretty decent size, but not big. And the nearest city that actually has anything to do with like anime or anything is a couple states over. Like, there's no company out here that does anime. There's no company anywhere that does like broadcasting of anything. They have some conventions around the state, but nothing really. So with the community like pushing, like showing all these films and wanting it out here instead of just in like Seattle, Chicago, LA, it made me able to watch the films, and I'm so grateful for the community that we have in anime, because I would have not seen it. And the movie, I saw it at 11 o'clock at night, and there was a good 50, 60 people at this film at 11 o'clock at night. That's crazy to think to me. But it's only a one night thing, so I wouldn't be surprised. But the 8 o'clock show was full, so the 11 o'clock was our next best guess for me and my friend. But yeah, I wanted to just come out and talk about it and express how I felt about the film. But really, this is going to be a starting of like a podcast weekly thing. I'm hoping eventually to actually like get into it, probably do post one every week or every other week about new anime content, new things that are happening, updates with series that you want to hear, and I want to hear like opinions from you guys. So I will be like posting this on SoundCloud. I'd be posting this on YouTube. So really, I will leave my like information in the subscription at it on YouTube, and I will leave like information on my page for SoundCloud and YouTube so that you guys can like comment, contact me, give me all the advice you want, what animes you want to keep update, because I will like try my best to keep like as much anime as I can updated. So with the movie that I saw yesterday, it made me wonder what they're going to take for the next season. What's going to be happening for the next season? This is all speculation. This is all just hype. What I'm believing it's going to happen, what I've been thinking with friends, and what I've been talking to others about. But really, next season, I believe either Kirito, Klein, or Asuna. Those are the three main characters in the story, really. Because Klein, he's one of the major contributors in the movie and in this beginning series because he was in the first episode, and that character was in and out throughout the first season of the show. So really, I feel like one of those three characters is going to have something bad happen to them, and I think it's going to be more towards like Kirito and Asuna, but Klein could have that chance of being like hurt or like really like damaged from what happens. So really, I'm hoping the next season doesn't go like what ending of season 2 did, where it basically did filler. It needs to be a full 24 episode series where it needs to be straight canon. It can't be filler, it can't be any of that, because really they could add so much content for this game. I mean this anime, because it's going to be in a new VR game and it's going to be crazy good if it's going to be created the way that it's looking. So really, there's a lot of hype for this. There's going to be a lot of expectations, and I'm hoping that it's not going to go like south like end of season 2. Because end of season 2, I watched that like week by week on my phone. I was up to date, and it literally the last like 7 episodes were literally just like I feel like it was an Asuna kind of arc where you wanted to find more development on her, and that's great and all. But when it becomes like a sap fest to me, it's not worth it. But I watched it all, and I was really disappointed. I really was. So, all in all, I'm hoping that everything goes well with the creation. I'll keep up to date on it, and I will try my best to keep the content coming. Any animes you want to know, please leave in the description, comments, anything. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate all the support. This is my first episode. I will be signing out. So have a great rest of your week, and I will be talking to you as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.